rectangular column of width is 200 mm as well as the thickness is the 150 mm. So yesterday class we discussed already. It carries a factor load is a 240 kilonewton, and also the minimum stress on the section is the, if it is given 0, then find the eccentricity as well as calculate the maximum stress. So now we will solve the problem. The given data is B is 200 mm and D is 150 mm. P is the factor load 240,000 newtons. Okay. And also what happens, area? Area is nothing but B into D, that is 200 into 150. You will get 30,000 mm square. Okay. The minimum stress, what they are saying in the problem, that is sigma minimum equal to 0. So if you observe here, the minimum stress is 0. Okay. Now let us take the E is the eccentricity, we know already. Okay, the sigma minimum formula we know. Yesterday lecture we derived that one. P by A into 1 minus 6E by P. P is nothing but 240,000. A is 30,000. 1 minus 6E, E is the unknown. P is 200 and sigma minimum, they given the condition is 0. If you calculate this one, you will get the E value is 33.33 mm. Okay. So this is the sigma minimum. From this we calculate the eccentricity. So if you write the diagram, the E minimum is 0. That's why it is like this. Now we have to calculate the sigma max. So the width is 200. The load is acting like this. Okay. Now the sigma max formula is P by A into 1 plus 6E by P. P is 240,000, area is 30,000, 1 plus E, just now we calculated 33.33, and B is nothing but 200. So once if you calculate this one, you will get 16 Newton per mm square. This is your problem. Okay. So simply we use sigma minimum, they given 0. The formula for sigma minimum is P by A into 1 minus 6E by P, and sigma max is PA by 1 plus 6E by B. Okay. Same like that, if you choose the another problem, so with the same data, B equal to 200 mm as well as D equal to 150 mm, P equal to 240,000 newtons and A equal to 30,000 mm square. But here in this problem, they take an E value is the 50 eccentricity. Okay. Now they are asking find the maximum and the minimum stresses. Sigma max is how much as well as sigma minimum is how much. And also plot these stresses along the width of the section. Okay. Now we will calculate sigma max is nothing but P by A into 1 plus 6E by P. So substitute here all the values. So only we are using only two formulas. E is 50, P is 200. You will get 20 Newton per mm square. And sigma minimum is, the formula is 1 minus 6E by P. Okay. Once if you substitute here 240,000 by 30,000, 1 minus 6 into 50 by 200, you will get the value is minus 4 Newton per mm square. So here the negative sign means it is a tensile stress. So that means how we will calculate, how we will draw, how we will plot this one. So it is like this. So this one is the sigma max, it is a 20 Newton per mm square, and this is the sigma minimum, that is a 4 Newton per mm square. This is the total your width of the column, 200 mm. So like this you have to solve the problem. These are very easiest problems. Okay. Now we will solve the line of the, and one more problem. So that is a very important problem. So maybe you will get in the examination also. We will solve those problems. Okay. The next problem is, I will write clearly, the line of thrust in a compression testing specimen, (15 mm) diameter is parallel to the axis of the specimen, but is displaced from it. Calculate the distance of the line of thrust from the axis when the maximum stress is 20% greater than the mean stress on a normal section. This is a very important problem. If you observe here, the line of the thrust in a compression testing specimen, so the 15 mm diameter is there, the specimen, that means it is a circular section. So it is parallel to the axis of the specimen, but it is displaced from it. So that means the eccentricity E. So calculate the distance of line of thrust from the axis when the maximum stress, that means sigma max, is greater than, it is 20% than the mean stress on the normal section. The mean stress is, for suppose if it is 100, so if it is 20% is greater, means it is a 120 times the mean stress. Okay, so I will write 120%. I will write the given data. Before that, I will draw the section. Here it is our circular cross section. Okay, the column is like this. So here there is a eccentricity E, and here load is acting P. Okay, this is the section like this. The position of the load here, eccentricity is E. The diameter of this specimen is 15 mm. Now calculate the sigma max as well as the sigma minimum. Okay, now I will write the given data. So D equal to 15 mm. This is the diameter. So for this area is pi by 4 into D square. D is 15 mm. So if you substitute here, you will get 176.714 mm square. So what they given in the condition is sigma max is 20% greater than mean. That means it is a 120 by 100 mean stress. So here means, so that means 1.2 times the mean stress. So now sigma max is nothing but 1.2 into a mean stress. Okay, now let us take P is the compressive load on specimen. E is the eccentricity. Now we have to calculate the mean stress. Mean stress is nothing but load by area. So load we know, that is the P. Area is just now we calculated 176.714. This is a Newton per mm square. We know already the moment formula. The moment is nothing but M equal to P into E. Okay. Now the bending stress is given by, we know the bending stress. The formula is M by I equal to sigma B by Y. So now we need sigma B. So sigma B equal to M by I into Y. Okay. So, but where we will get the maximum bending stress, we know already. When this Y value is, if it is a D by 2, you will get the maximum bending stress. I will write that one again. So the maximum bending stress will be when our Y value is D by 2. Okay. So now we have to calculate the maximum bending stress. the maximum bending stress sigma B equal to m by I into d by 2. So this is plus or minus. Okay. So I we know that is the moment of inertia I equal to pi d power 4 by 64. So this moment of inertia, please substitute into this sigma B. So again I will write sigma B equal to m by I into plus or minus d by 2. Okay. So I is nothing but pi by 64 d power 4. So I will substitute here m by pi by 64 d power 4 multiply by d by 2. Okay. Then what happens? 232 then dd will cancel. So what happens? 32 into m by pi d cube. Okay. And if you see here, the m is we know. M is p into e. Substitute that one. 32 into pe by pi d cube. This is the sigma b value. Okay. That is the maximum bending stress value. So now we have to calculate the direct stress. The direct stress due to load is, we know, sigma naught equal to P by A. So that is P by 176.714. Okay. Now what is the maximum stress formula? We yesterday discussed in lecture. The maximum stress equal to direct stress plus bending stress. So the direct stress is nothing but P by A, P, that is P by 176.714 plus what about the bending stress? The bending stress is here 32 into PE by pi d cube. How to write 32 into P into E by pi d cube. Okay, this is the sigma max. Okay, but we know the sigma max they given in the formula is, but in the problem sigma max they given 1.2 times the mean stress. So what happens? 1.2 times P by 176.714. Mean stress is nothing but it's like a direct stress only. So now equate this one as well as this one. Okay. Now we will get the eccentricity value. Okay. Now I will equate both one. P by 176.714 plus 32 P into E by pi d cube equal to 1.2 into P by 176.714. If I calculate this one, okay, so how we will get? You see 32 PE by pi d cube equal to 1.2 B by 176.714 minus P by 176.714. Next 32 PE by pi d cube equal to what happens? 0.2 P by 176.714. Then here take P and P here, both cancelling P from the both sides. And what happens here? 32 E by pi d cube equal to 0.2 by 176.714. Okay. The D value we know, that is the 15 mm. So if you substitute here the E value, finally you will get 0.375 mm. Okay. This is the calculation of the eccentricity. So we have to calculate like this. So this problem is very important problem. Okay. Now we will move to the another problem. Okay. That is also very important problem. Okay. I will write that one. A hollow rectangular column of external depth 1 meter and external width 0.8 meters, okay, is 10 centimeters thick. The thickness is 10 centimeters. The hollow rectangular column of external depth is a 1 meter as well as external width is a 0.8 meters and thickness is 10 centimeters. Calculate the maximum and minimum stress in the section of the column if a vertical load of 200 kilonewtons is acting with an eccentricity of 15 centimeters as shown in below figure. So my dear students, if you observe the problem here, a hollow rectangular column of external depth is 1 meter as well as external width is the 0.8 meters. Okay, 1 meter, 0.8 meters and thickness is 10 centimeters. Okay, now we have to calculate the maximum and also the minimum stress in the section of the column. Okay, if a vertical load is acting, if 200 kilonewton is acting with an eccentricity of the 15 centimeters. So when the load is 200 kilonewtons and eccentricity is 15 centimeters. Okay, now I will draw clearly. Okay, first I will draw the plan like this. It is a hollow rectangular section. Okay, so the total external is 800 mm. The 800 mm is the given 0.8 meters external width. Okay, the external depth is 1000 mm. So this is the hollow section, rectangular section. The thickness, how much the thickness given? 10 centimeter. That means 100 mm. Okay, so what happens? The thickness of the walls is 10 centimeter. That means 100 mm. So what about this inner width? 800 minus 100 plus 100. It should be 600 mm. Then the depth is here. If you see, it is 1000. If you remove 100 and 100, it should be the inner depth is 800 mm. Okay, so it is our elevation of the plan. The load is acting here. This distance is the E. Now we have to calculate the sigma max as well as sigma minimum. So these are the details they given in the problem. We have to solve this problem clearly. Now I will write here the given data. The external width B equal to 0.8 meters. That means 800 mm. And also external depth 1 meter. That is 1000 mm. Thickness they given 10 centimeter. That means 100 mm. Okay, so inner width same like this, small b value. So b minus 2 into 100, you will get 800 minus 200, you will get 600 mm. Same like this, inner depth, small d equal to capital D minus 2 into t. Okay, d is 1000 minus 2 into 100, you will get 800 mm. This 600 and 8 mm, just now I explained here. 800 and 600. Okay, simply we deduct the thickness from the external depth and external width. So we got small b, small d, capital B, capital D, and all those things. Now calculate the area. Area is b into capital D minus small b into d. So 800 into 1000 minus 600 into 800. So you will get 320,000 mm square. This is the area. Now calculate the moment of inertia about y-axis. So what happens? I equal to Here capital D capital B cube by 12 minus small d b cube by 12. Why? Because it is acting about the y-axis. So capital D is 1000 into b is 800 whole cube by 12 minus small d is 800, b is 600 cube by 12. So if you calculate this one, you will get the value is 28.26 10 power 9 mm power 4. This is the moment of inertia calculation. So once if you calculate this one, the p value, that is nothing but eccentric load they given in the problem, that is a 200,000 newtons. The eccentricity is 15 centimeters, that means 150 mm. Okay, so we know that the m value is p into e. So p is 200,000 into e is 150. You will get like this. Newton mm. Okay, yeah, so you will get this one, the moment value. Now the bending stress calculation. How we will calculate the bending stress? The bending stress, we know formula m by I equal to sigma b by y. So sigma b equal to m by y in m by I into y. Okay, so m is nothing but 3 total 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 by I value is 20.26 into 10 power 9. The y value is 800 by 2. You will get 400. So once if you calculated sigma b, you will get 0.46 Newton per mm square. So same like this, calculate the direct stress. That is nothing but sigma naught equal to p by a. That is 200,000 by area is 320,000. You will get the answer 0.625 Newton per mm square. Now we will calculate the maximum stress. Sigma naught plus sigma b. So you will get 0.625 plus 0.424. Finally, we will get 1.0496. It is a compressive. So if it is a negative value, if you got, it is a tensile. So what about the minimum stress? It is sigma naught minus sigma b, 0.625 minus 0.4246. I will get 0.2004 Newton per mm square. It is also compressive. So this is a solution